with Adrian and Kelly. I am Adrian.
And I'm Kelly.
And this week we are finally, after a long hiatus and a long awaited preview and review.
Oh my God, I think we've been trying to do this movie for about a year.
Ever since we started doing this show. The 2008 mystery horror film, The Midnight Meat Train.
Oh, good old Vinny Jones.
Vinny Jones stars as the subway butcher, Bradley Cooper. We all know who Bradley Cooper is.
From the Hangover movies.
Hangover, Wedding Crashers, Serena he was the voice of the raccoon in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Right.
He is also in this, and Brooke Shields, who was every little kid's 80s heartthrob.
Right.
So she's in this as well.
Leslie Bibb, who I wanted to bring up because she was in a really funny movie, John Lennon, the cat from Reno 911, the guy that always wore the shorty shorts. I think it's John Lennon, or not John.
No, it's Mike. Is it Mike Lennon?
No, I can't remember what his name is. Anyway. It's a movie called Hell Baby. You ever seen that one?
Yes, exactly.
She was in that.
Yes.
That was a great movie.
In fact, a lot of the...
Tom Lennon,
yes. A lot of the actors that were in Hell Baby were also in Reno 911.
Right.
One Wet American Hot Summer.
Right.
And they were in my favorite TV series, MTV's The State. Which was also an improv,
right.
Almost like an improv, Saturday Night Live's, MTV's version of Saturday Night Live.
Right, skit show.
It's a skit show. It was great. So, yes, she was in that. And, yes, I do remember that now. This, Ted Raimi, who was also in The Midnight Meat Train, we all know him from The Painter in They Call Me Bruce.
Yep.
And he must be related to Sam Raimi somehow. And Sam Raimi, we all know him from the Evil Dead series. They must have been related somehow.
Yeah.
This movie was made in 2008.
It was Lakeshore Entertainment, Lionsgate Films, and Midnight Pictures, which is Clive Barker's production company.
Clive Barker, who was a icon in the horror industry.
Right. This is based off one of his short stories from the Books of Blood.
Right. And this movie is about a photographer, Bradley Cooper, who is trying to make it big in the photography world. Brooke Shields, who plays Susan Hoff, is a big-time photographer and does galleries and shows like that.
Yeah, arts events.
And then Bradley's trying to get in that, because right now he's just doing pictures of the city.
Basically, he's just out there armed with his camera, just trying to take pretty pictures. Like in that one of the opening scenes in the apartment with him and, what's her character's name? Maya. How he's telling her about he was basically an ambulance chaser at this point,
yes.
With a camera. How he was trying to get a picture of some dude that got smoked by a taxi.
Yep.
But he was too late. And
right.
He sounded so disappointed about it.
And he takes these pictures in, and for instance, there's one that shows a bum sitting next to a very, successfully dressed businessman.
Right.
And he's reaching out to him, and Brooke Shields says, "I want the picture of after the infected touches the rich."
Right. She wants looking, that gritty, just disgusted look on that businessman's face.
And that's why he follows a gang of punks who are terrorizing a model. He doesn't do anything until after he takes the pictures.
Well, he gets his photos, of course.
Oh, sure. Then he steps in, and that's where this comes in, because there have been numerous reports about a madman on the subway butchering people.
Right, missing people.
And that's where Vinny Jones, he plays the butcher. And you know what? Here's the thing about Vinny Jones.
He doesn't have to say a damn word to scare the shit out of you.
He doesn't say anything in this series. He hardly said anything in Gone in 60 Seconds. The only time I've ever seen this guy talk is 3 films. Lock, Stock, Two Smoking Barrels, Snatch, and The Condemned.
The Condemned.
With Stone Cold Steve Austin, which we will talk about in 2 weeks' time. But anyways, nice segue there. But that is the only time I've seen this guy talk in films. He doesn't have to say anything to look menacing. God.
He has that just the very intimidating look about him.
And and now, since Bradley Cooper has become into this Leon, I'm going to start calling him Leon. Leon now wants to get those pictures because they're gritty, they're hardcore, they're going to hit home, and now he is following this guy to wherever he goes, and the reason why he's following him is when the model that was terrorized,
right.
He held the door open, he had that ring, and he saw that ring in his picture, and he says, okay, that's the guy that I want to, and he goes deeper and deeper into this investigation.
He sees an article about that missing model. I guess she was actually, kind of a big deal.
Sure, right, yeah.
And she comes up missing, and so he kind of goes, maybe that was him, then he's the butcher. So he starts following.
And he follows, and then it turns
what
into
do they call him? Mahogany?
Mahogany, yep. So as the film progresses, it gets more and more. He's involved. He gets so entangled into this investigation.
Reality starts unraveling for him.
Yes.
He has a hard time grasping simple social situations.
He even goes into the butcher shop where this man works.
Right.
Dresses as a butcher and just starts taking pictures. I mean, this guy. I mean,
of Mahogany at work.
And I'm thinking to myself, what would possess you to do something like that? And he's running through the.
I understand. He wants to break out as a photographer, but holy shit, you know what this guy does, or has a really good idea, or suspects at least that he's the killer.
Now, Kelly, once again, as we did last week, he threw me a curveball about the human centipede.
Oh yeah.
This one also now threw me a curveball because of what happens towards the end. And you see the reason why he is butchering these people. Oh, by the way, it's 206 on the subway. That's where he gets these guys. He waits till everybody gets off the subway. And he sits in the terminal waiting until that perfect time. And then he goes in there. One guy's left, and this is what I liked about this film is because it was so brutal. They actually showed him taking that meat tenderizer, which basically looked like Thor's hammer.
What about that one scene when he smokes that business guy and his eyes fly out of his head?
Oh yeah. I mean, it's real. I mean, for all you Gore fans who are, if you like the slasher films, that's just nothing but blood-filled gore. This movie is right up your alley.
We'll put it this way: he uses one of the train cars as pretty much a butcher shop where he cuts their hair, their fingernails, removes all teeth, all hair, all clothing, basically strips them down to flesh and bone.
Yes.
That is...
And then it hangs them up on hangers by their ankles.
By their ankles. Hangs them up like they're hogs, being ready to be butchered.
Pretty much. And they're still alive.
Yes. Just
sitting there. And the reason why, and we find out towards the end, the reason why, and Ted Raimi, who is Randall Cooper, he was the subway conductor. He's also in on it. He's actually... There's
several people in on the whole
Yes,
thing.
the same as the detective. I did not know that.
The female detective.
Yes,
right.
that kind of threw me for a loop. And we realize that there are creatures underground that are feeding off these things. And now you called them...
after I watched this, I had to watch Chud, Cannibalistic Humanoid Underground Dwellers. Good old 80s horror flick, Chud. So they kind of remind me of that because, they eat the humans underground.
This one, these creatures that ate humans reminded me of the creatures from the Feast trilogy.
Oh, yes.
Only these, and the only difference I can see by these creatures in Midnight Meat Train is that they didn't rape any cats. Like they did in the Feast, in
the Feast, that's all they did was rape and eat.
And please go back to for all our new subscribers. Please go back to our previous films where you see Kelly absolutely lose it when we talk about the cat.
Oh God, that was
the cat. The cat. Anyway, it was and actually according to our mothership. This film appeared in a scene in the 2012 film Silver Linings Playbook, which starred Bradley Cooper. Bradley Cooper, and also in the opening of 2013's film Out of the Furnace. We do a rating systems here at.
I want to talk.
Go ahead.
One scene real quick. When Mahogany is in his apartment, he's standing in front of the mirror, and he's
okay.
Is he cutting mushrooms off that are growing on him off of him, or what is going on?
I think he was actually one of the beasts.
You think that's what it was?
I think he was one of those beasts.
Because I mean, he's cutting like I don't know what warts off of him, huge, just.
Yeah, and he's got jars and jars.
He's got he's got mason jars in his medicine cabinet that are just full of these things.
Yeah, I don't know what that was.
When Maya comes in to his apartment that one time, she drops one of them in the sink.
But yeah, those are and now and you know what? Let's go back because now because Bradley Cooper got abducted by him, she tried to do a face off,
right.
And I don't know what it was, but it looked like he got tattooed.
Right.
What was that?
I don't know. There's a lot of scenes in the movie that weren't really explained all that well as what the fuck's growing on him? Why does he have that?
And he's bleeding from the stomach, and I
didn't get it.
And they kept him alive, which is it was another reason why I don't understand. And then of course, and the reason why I think he was one of those creatures is because of the fact that Bradley would shoot him with that gun that it wouldn't even phase him.
Right.
Oh, and then Quentin Rampage Jackson actually beat the piss out of him, and he didn't. He actually held up a good fight.
Right.
But it just monogamy was just too powerful. Also, Richard Bart played Jurgis. He's been in a bunch of films, and of course Vinny Jones, Leslie Beebe, Bradley Cooper, Brooke Shields, Ted Raimi. It's not your typical horror film though.
No, but it was a good movie. I think it was better than what it came out. When this was $15 million is what the budget was for this movie. Mm-hmm. Its opening weekend was like $34,000 is all it made opening weekend. Within a week, it wasn't even at $75,000 for a week. I understand it opened up in secondary theater.
Sure.
Yeah, only like 100 screens, throughout the U.S. But still.
Well, I don't know, and I don't know if the Midnight Meat Train got a lot of publicity because it was 2008. Bradley Cooper had already taken off in the. He already started doing the Hangovers.
Right.
He already started doing Wedding Crashers. He was already getting into a starring role. Vinny Jones, we all know him from all the movies he did.
Yeah, I mean, it's a star-studded cast.
Yeah.
As far as being recognizable people playing the characters of the movie.
And you had your typical slasher films. I mean, these make a lot of money.
And it was a relatively large budget movie. It had
15 million.
Great graphic. And some of it was actual, blood stunts from the old days.
And
it wasn't all CGI.
Right, and it was gritty. It was really gritty, and it was raw. And that is what the horror films. That's what the fans. That's what they're looking for.
I can't. They never made their money back on this movie.
No, and like I said, I just don't think that there was a hope. I have never heard of this film until you brought it to my attention, and. After I seen a lot of these
that's why I
films,
thought we'd do it, is because I doubt many people know, and it's a good goddamn movie.
It was.
I mean, as far as,
if you want a horror film that's got also a mystery to it, because as he's going deeper and deeper, why is he doing this? Is it him?
Right. I mean,
it had a lot of things into it.
It leads into the motives behind it, and then that fucking twist at the end.
Yes, it was a huge twist.
You got your secret societies, and then you got creatures that live under the freaking ground.
Right.
It's just crazy.
So we do a rating system here at Movie Obscura. What are we gonna put? What do you want to do on this one?
Meat cleavers.
Meat cleavers. All right, let's do it. We gotta do meat cleavers. Kelly, 1 to 5. How many meat cleavers would you give the Midnight Meat Train?
I'm giving it a 4.
Oh wow! I think that is besides Civil War. I think that is your highest that you've ever given this.
I love this movie. This was a very, very good movie. We already talked about, it was star-studded. People were recognizable, very well acted, very well executed, very well written. I loved it.
I give this film 3.5 stars, and just because, like I said, it had so many plot lines, twists to it,
right,
and so many different things, and
it wasn't such a linear movie,
right?
I mean,
it had plots upon plots. Why is he doing it? What's his motive? Is Bradley Cooper you saw his character evolve into this mild-mannered photographer, and now he is obsessed with this guy.
And then at the end, he walks out the new Butcher.
Yes, exactly.
You know, I mean, he takes over the role after killing Mahogany.
As the old punchline, the old thing goes, I did not see that coming.
No shit.
I thought he was a goner.
The two things at the very end, didn't see two of them.
Oh, and then he watches his girlfriend, his wife, just get butchered.
Oh, her heart cut out.
Yeah. By Ted Raimi.
Yeah. And I was just, what the fuck?
I mean, I'm sorry. If I'm a married man, if I would have seen that, I would have gone after him. I would have died trying to get that bastard.
Oh, yeah. This isn't your typical movie where the heroes defeat the evil.
No.
This is where the hero turns into evil after killing everybody.
Yes. Yeah, so a great movie. You know what? You just put 4 stars. I have to give
Woo!
Kelly and Shane after you know what? You said it perfectly. The hero kills everybody and then becomes the villain.
Right.
I gotta give it 4.
Oh.
4 meat cleavers.
I have never talked him up a half a star.
Never happened, and he just did it. So yes, I highly recommend this film. It was a great film.
It was.
We want to talk about these upcoming films up there, the upcoming movies that are coming up. Now these are probably next to you when you have Batman versus Superman, and you have the Deadpool and X-Men. A lot of movies that we talked, Civil War. These 2 new movies that are now coming out. So this is a summer of blockbuster films.
It really is. I feel kind of dirty saying the words that are going to come out to my mouth after you say the summer of blockbusters, but Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2.
Out of the Shadows.
Out of the Shadows. Just came out this Friday. This weekend, it was just released. It stars, of course, Will Arnett, Megan Fox, Laura Linney.
Yes.
You know, you got everybody. Apparently, we just got done watching the trailer. We haven't seen this movie. Bebop and Rocksteady are back. Casey Jones is down to play in this one.
The Turtle Band comes back.
The Turtle Band. I mean, they bring it all back.
And these films that they came out, the new films that Michael Bay is producing.
Right.
And everybody knows Michael Bay. He was in the Transformers. He did the Transformers films. He's done a but every film that Michael Bay does, the next film has nothing but explosions.
Oh, it's so much more over the top than the first one.
Yes, and this one looks incredible.
Right, directed by Dave Green.
Yes, Dave Green.
So I mean, the trailer looked outstanding.
Yes,
it looked wonderful. Shredder gets Shredder escapes from custody from the last one. There's a mad scientist in this one.
I wonder if that's Baxter Stockman.
Yes, it is.
He's awesome.
Baxter Stockman's coming. I mean, this movie is it brings everything to it.
And you know, the thing is with this one is that in the first one you had to get the characters introduced.
Right.
And now that you've got the plot and the foundation, now you can bring these characters in, like Casey Jones and Bebop and Rocksteady. And you know, I'm going to say this, because a lot of the films that we've talked about, we've talked about this, they have taken our childhood away.
No, they've raped our childhood.
Okay, they've raped our childhood. This one actually looks like they're bringing it back.
It does. It had elements of the cartoons. It had elements of the comics. I mean, the damn thing looks outstanding.
It looks, and you know what? I like the way these turtles look.
Really?
I like the way they look because they just don't have the blue or the purple.
Right.
But
it isn't the foam rubber suits from the 90s movies.
Yes.
It is hugely detailed graphic.
I like
graphics.
that. I like that.
It does give, I guess, a sense of, once again, a weird word to say when we're talking about
individuality. I mean, different. The turtles aren't the same. They're
right. You
so
got different heights. Like Michelangelo's the shortest one from what we saw. You know, Raphael's big, beefy. You know,
right.
So yeah, it does look.
It gives
really good.
Yeah, it gives them more of an individual personality.
So once again, this one I'm looking forward to. It's the last one. It was all right. You know, the last Michael Bay version. It was all right.
I think this one. I
think this one's going to blow that one out of the water.
And the reason why I think I liked the first one is because I had low expectations on it. I didn't think I was going to like it.
You walked in thinking you weren't going to like it,
and
then it's just like,
I
pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, you know what? I didn't love it, but I did like it. I enjoyed it.
Right.
So that one's coming out, and that one
that one came out this week.
Okay, that one came out this week.
It's almost 2 freaking hours long, though.
Well, that's kind of your basic. Yeah,
I suppose.
A lot of these movies that are coming out, they're just not an hour and a half.
The action movies, your
you're,
comic book movies, stuff like that. They're starting. Yeah, I suppose.
Of course, where you have Batman versus Superman, which was 2 hours long. That
could have been condensed into a half an hour.
Yeah. That was an hour and 30 minutes, way too long. Another film that's coming out June 23rd. It is the sequel to the 1996 blockbuster summer film Independence Day. This one's called Independence Day Resurgence. I am just so pumped for this film. I love the first film.
Oh, God, yeah.
And they played it so well. Back in 1996, during the Super Bowl, they showed you a 30-second trailer.
Mm-hmm.
July 2nd, they arrive.
Right.
July 3rd, they attack. July 4th, and all of a sudden they just saw the White House exploding. And he goes, enjoy your Super Bowl. It could be your last. I'm like, what was that? What was that? What did I just see? I was jumping out of my skin going, whoa! And then I saw what it was, and it was awesome. Awesome film.
Yes.
And now I am so pumped about the second one. I knew they were.
It's really neat when they bring back, maybe not so much when the Ghostbusters come out.
Yeah.
I'm not looking forward to that.
Let's talk about that next week because I want to do a little more background on this.
Right. But this movie,
Harold Ramis would turn over in his grave right now.
This movie, 20 years later,
it's set back 20 years.
It's set in real time.
Yes. And it looks so futuristic with the space stations, and they got the
July 4th, 1996.
Yes.
They arrived.
Yes.
We kicked their asses.
Right.
And then it comes back to
And they bring back Jeff Goldblum.
Who looks great for his age. Yes, he does.
They bring back Bill Pullman.
Right.
They bring back Vivica A. Fox, who was Will Smith's bride. They bring back.
They do not bring back Will Smith.
No, and I was kind of surprised.
He was busy with Suicide Squad.
That's right. He was busy with Suicide Squad. They bring back I don't know if it's her, but they bring back the president's daughter.
Oh yes. I bet you it is her.
It could be. It's set in real time, and they're also they brought back the Jeff Goldblum's dad.
Yeah.
So, and they bring back the scientist from Area 51.
Oh yeah, and he's still got his beautiful long white hair,
stringy hair. I'll call it. This movie looks so great though, and if you haven't had the chance to hit it up on a trailer, you guys will be.
Oh yes.
It looks amazing.
I thought when we first watched the trailer, I thought, oh my God, is this set in the future? No, we've just geared up for war.
Yes, and that's what they said. They said, we use the technology to prepare ourselves, because they said, in one of the trailers they said, we knew they were coming back. We just don't know when. So they prepared themselves for another alien invasion.
Yeah, so
it looks really good.
You need to check out ID 42.
Resurgence.
Check out a trailer. It's freaking outstanding.
It looks amazing. Coming up on Movie Obscura, we are going to do next week. Now we are going to do the Roddy Piper film. What's it called again?
Hell Goes to Frogtown.
Hell Goes to. I have never heard of this film.
It is on Hulu.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's
and then.
By yourself. Watch it by yourself. Don't watch it with children. I assume that most of the movies that we do, you don't watch with the kids anyway.
Yes, in fact, I haven't watched any of them. Now, you know what? Going back to Midnight Meat Train.
Okay.
And going back to Human Centipede.
Okay.
And going back to all the films, I just want to just do this one thing. In the Feast and the Grave Encounters and Cubes. Which one do you think was our most sadistic movie we've watched?
The most sadistic?
Yeah, the most shocking, or the most brutal, or the most violent, or the most gory. Which one would you? And I'm gonna. The reason why I'm asking
I'm
this.
gonna say the collection, the second collector. That was brutal on the going into his lair, his place, and seeing all the twisted shit, all the junked up people he had, all hopped up on drugs.
I think the reason why, because that one in the 15 minutes had the most body count in the entire cinema history.
Right.
But the reason why I'm asking this is because you've said now that don't watch this with your kids. What am I now? Listen, Kelly's already thrown me 2 curveballs with the Human Centipede and now Midnight Meat Train. He didn't tell me anything about the creatures coming out afterwards. What can I expect? Just in a.
You just.
I don't want to review it, but I'm just saying.
I'm just. It's not a scary, horror, filthy film like that.
Is it raunchy?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. All right, that's all I was looking for.
It's a raunchy movie.
You know, probably the raunchiest movie we ever did was Cannibal Holocaust.
Wow.
That was just.
Maybe that one was a brutal.
That was pretty brutal.
Yeah.
Also, now after Frog, say that again. I can't get this.
Hell goes to Frog.
I will never get that film straight. I always want to say Frogmouth goes to hell. Hell goes to Frogtown.
That sounds like a good movie.
Yeah.
Almost as good as Poultrygeist.
Is that an actual movie?
You never seen Poultrygeist?
No.
The Demon Turkey?
No.
Oh God. What about the Evil Bong series?
Never seen that.
Gingerbread Man?
I've seen the Gingerbread Man. That's on Hulu. That was great, actually.
Now, the Gingerbread Man versus the Evil Bong. That's a good movie.
You know, we've got a lot of films to kill before Suicide Squad. We might just put those on there. Also,
we can do all the Evil Bongs, all the Gingerbread Man, the crossovers, plus Poultrygeist 1, 2.
Okay.
We can do it all in one show.
Okay, you know what? Okay, but that's going to take a while, though.
To watch them.
Yeah, to watch them. So let's do this.
That's when you just get every TV in your house and surround yourself.
Yes. Okay, we're going to do this. We're going to do Hell Goes to Frogtown with I got it, with writing paper. And then the week after, we're going to do our top 10 movies that have wrestlers in it.
That have wrestlers in it.
Because
it's a fly.
Here's something we haven't heard in a while. Edit point.
Yeah, edit point.
Now the rule is they just have to be in it, because right now a movie. I'm a big wrestling fan. All right, you've probably known that, but there just isn't a whole lot of films here that are actually leading men that are wrestlers that are actually good films. Now there's a lot of films.
But you choose from 10 of those and you put them in order from least worst to worst.
Yeah, okay, there you go. Yeah, you know what? But there is one, now I've been thinking about this. There is one film that I enjoyed.
Yeah.
That will be on that list. And then also, like I said, we're going to do our now we didn't know, we wouldn't realize this, we didn't do our research. Suicide Squad does not come out until August. So, from now until July, we've got a lot of room to fill in, and we want your help. Send in suggestions about movies that missed the cuff, maybe not well known. We'll review them for you. You'll get your name on the big blue screen, and we will review them just like we do every week with these other films.
Yeah, you can just shoot those to either at our Twitter, which is at Movie Obscura, the YouTube page. Just drop a comment and a suggestion right there. Facebook page, which I really don't pay attention to.
That's my forte there.
I'm not a big
and they've been giving me updates on like for instance I just saw Movie Obscure got 3 new views, so it's
right.
So subscribe to us, and we're gonna be here every week doing new movies and like I said, like for all those people that are new to our show, we don't do movies that are we kind of do what's coming out. But the movies that we review are movies that maybe missed the theaters. Those little gems you find at the car wash for a buck or two.
That $3 bin at your local car wash.
Yes.
Yep.
So that's what we do. So if you have any of those films that don't get the recognition and the notoriety it deserves, hit us a comment. We'll be more than glad to review those films. And next week after Hell Goes to Frog Mouth or Town?
Town.
Hell Goes to Frog Town.
So close.
So close, yet so far away. We will let you know about the Angry Bong. Is that what it's called? The Bong?
Evil Bong.
Evil Bong, Gingerbread Man, all the crossovers. We might.
Three guys.
Yeah,
I love
right
that.
right after our special, we'll go and talk about those films and yeah, we could probably do it in one show.
I'm very well. Yeah. All right, for Movie Obscura, I'm Kelly.
I'm Adrian.
Hey, guess what? He didn't say he's Bucky Quattro, so wow!